Hey, it's me. I don't know, guys. I gotta make cartoons, but my computer's still broken. Yeah. It's almost 11 p.m., 11 o'clock. Go on a walk. Rhymes with 11 o'clock. Go on a walk. I should go and walk. I made fish, but then I forgot. I forgot about it. I made fish for dinner, and then I kind of forgot it. So then, 3 hours after it was done, I went and got it out of the air fryer and ate it. But I made it, and then I forgot about it for a couple hours. It was okay. It's just fish. And I've been doing handstands, trying to get the chakra energy from my feet into my head. An interesting style of meditation I realized earlier was you can just stare at an object and let your eyes get lazy and focus on the object and don't move your eyeballs at all. This will make you think you're staring at a frozen JPEG image, but it's just you're not moving your head, you're not moving your eyes. Everything is the same. This is a new type of meditation called chair meditation, aka chairitation. Anyone can do this, but I invented this just now. And I've been doing handstands. I've been wearing glasses all the time. These are dollar store glasses because I've been staring at the phone a lot all the time. Going on bike rides for about 2 hours every day. And then the rest of the day, I'm like, what the hell do I do the rest of the day? The day is so long and it takes such a long time to get through the day. Even with a 2 hour bike ride, there's still a lot of hours left in the day. And I'm going to go on a walk tonight, right now. I haven't peed in a long time. I have to pee first, and then I'm going to go on a walk. And Sam Hyde's new show looks funny. The new Rick and Morty looks funny. I haven't watched anime in a really long time. I'm just chilling, I guess. I don't know. And I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to believe. I don't know what to retrieve. I want to know everything there is to know. Is the only way to do that through astral projection, remote viewing, and meditation? I think a lot of people would say yes. I think a lot of people would say yes. What is with my need to know? What is with my need to know? Why do I live in this world full of lies? Why was I put in a world where it's nothing but lies and shit? That's a big question that I have a lot of the time. A world full of lies and shit. Why was I put here? Why am I here? Why are you here? These are big questions I have that a lot of normies aren't asking because they're too fucking dumb and gay. They're not asking the big questions. If this world doesn't end by God's hand or some other person or creature's hand within 10 years, we're going to have robots walking around raping and unending people's lives all over the streets. And you might say, well, isn't that just what melanin people do? Yes, it is, but they're about to lose their jobs to robots who are going to be walking around the streets, raping and unaliving people, cutting their heads off with robo blades, cutting their heads off with robot laser Superman eyeballs. I mean, this could happen. I don't know. And look, I'm not trying to push fear or anything. I don't believe in fear. I think that's gay as fuck. I think all fear is gay as hell, and all fear is retarded and gay. So I think that's what fear is. I think fear is gay. I think fear is a gay thing created by possibly an evil alien interdimensional force thing. There could be a object next to our realm sucking energy off of people. Why do you think everyone's so tired all the time? Why do you think the sun went from yellow to white? It's because something is sucking off its cum and its cock, and it's stealing all the energy from the sun and from the people, and it's turning the sun from yellow to white because it lost its color. Do you think that's real? Some people might think that's real. I might think that's real. I don't know. Anyways, I want to make videos and stuff, but my computer's broken. So I can't do that right now. So all I can do right now is kind of talk to you about what's going on. And what's going on is not much, just chilling and hanging out. Just chilling and hanging out. Maybe I should watch a show or a movie or something, or something like that. I don't know, so a lot of people, maybe they couldn't handle being Neets, or maybe they could. I don't know. Maybe you adapt, or maybe you get used to it. I've been to NEET for so long that maybe I'm used to it, but there's no friends in my town. So it's like, what do you do? What do you do here? What are you supposed to do? 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 I don't know. I don't know what you're supposed to do. You could do whatever you want, or you could do whatever you don't want. Interesting. And whatever. And we think too much. We talk too much. Might be best to meditate, think less, talk less, or something like that. Yeah. So I'm gonna go on a walk for a little bit, and bye for now. Bye bye. People might say, and people might think, what is the purpose of this realm? What is the purpose of our purpose in this realm? I think it's bigger than that. I think it's bigger than that. They'll say, oh, there's no purpose, it's just to live and die. There's a maybe Jewish saying, life begins at death, because of secret Jewish reincarnation beliefs. But it could be bigger than that. This realm is like a kindergarten, possibly, because when you're in the womb, you're in the fetal position, and when you die, you're in the fetal position. It's a cycle. It's a cyclical thing, but also this is a kindergarten realm for us to learn. Maybe I think maybe the purpose of our lives here in this realm is to master our minds and master our souls, master our bodies, master our thoughts, master our imaginations, master our reality, master our universe, master our realm, master ourselves, master everything. Mastering, not masturbating, but mastering all these things about ourselves. I think we're supposed to master. You can maybe learn anything you want through remote viewing another version of yourself in another dimension who is good at that thing. This is a practice that some people have done, where you remote view a version of yourself that's a professional guitarist, a professional painter, a professional window installer, whatever it is. You have to remote view this version of yourself, which is really your real self in another dimension of yourself. And then you're able to matrix intake that information into your current body self. And then you're able to obtain those skills and talents, so they say. And so there you go. It's as easy as that. And just something to think about. I'm just I'm alive as well. I'm just still just hanging out. I'm just still breathing. People say you gate 800,000 heartbeats in one life. Animals and humans both get 800,000 pumps of blood through their bodies before they die. It's just that animals hearts beat faster than us, or turtles beat slower than us. Maybe that's real, maybe that's fake. 800,000, maybe close to a mil. Maybe close to a mil. Write that in the comments. And what do you think about that? How are you doing? How many beats do you have left before you're at 800,000? I'm guessing you probably have about 600,000 left. Clock's ticking, dude. Clock's ticking. Hey, it's me. Listening to some scary stories before bed. Rode the bike again today for another hour and a half or so. I found Ah, oh, fuck, that's bright. Another hint, maybe. The hint is the word everyone. Everyone. Do you get the hint? Did you figure out the hint from the word everyone? Try to figure out the hint. Did you get the hint? Fuck, that's bright. Fuck. Fuck. Turn my flashlight off. Did you get the hint from the word everyone? Everyone. That's the hint. Could you figure it out yet? Okay. Spoiler alert. The word everyone refers to a lot of people, right? But the word everyone also refers to every one person, not a lot of people, one. Is this further proof of the hint that this world and this realm is all one person, one mind? We are all one mind. When you pray to God? Are you praying to yourself? Are you better off praying to yourself rather than praying to outside deities? If we look at the story of Solomon when he had his hair cut off in the Old Testament, he lost his magical abilities when he had his long hair cut off. Then he realized that he still had his magic abilities even if he was bald. The point of this story is that you have your magic powers. It doesn't matter if you have long hair or not. It's all in your brain. It's all in your mind. It's all his mind. Is that a hint with the word everyone? That we are all one mind, one creature, one God, one thing, one consciousness. Everyone is you, you are everyone, etc., etc. What about the sun? Why is the sun? Is the sun linked to our consciousness? Is that why the sun is white now when the sun used to be yellow? The sun is linked to our emotions. The sun is in our brain. The sun is in our mind. The Son of God. All the paintings you see of people pointing at the sun from hundreds of years ago, why are they always pointing at the sun? They're giving us the hint that the sun is a huge factor in this realm and in our brain, in our consciousness, in our soul. We are connected to the sun somehow. The sun is in our mind, maybe. The Son of God, the sun in the sky, the yellow sun. What does it mean? What does it mean? All this sun worship, all this sun symbolism. Walmart's logo is the sun. Sun chips. You've got all these companies who are obsessed with the sun. Why? People have said that this is hell, but that's not necessarily a bad thing, and that heaven is coming soon. And for some people, this place is heaven, but for a lot of people, this place is hell. And what was I saying? But whatever. And so is why the focus on the sun? Why is the sun important to us? Why is that? Looking at the sun rays with your bare eyes or your eyes closed, you're able to gather information from the sun, from the sun's rays, supposedly, from staring at the sun. People say that the devil is a goat, but goats are actually very nice and cute creatures most of the time. I had an uncle who had a bunch of zoos. He was rich and he had famous petting zoos, and he always had a bunch of goats. And the goats are beautiful, nice creatures, and they let you pet them, and they're very cute creatures, and they even cry. The goats do cry. If you don't pet them enough, they will cry from their eyeballs, and they have very interesting eye slits. They have very interesting eyes, the goats. And the men who stare at goats, blah blah blah, brainwashing, psychic MK Ultra movies, the men who stare at goats. The Baphomet is a goat. He's a gay trans creature, the Baphomet. They're giving goats a bad name. They're giving goats a bad name, but at the same time, they created that acronym for GOAT. Why all the focus on goats? Why are they trying to turn the devil into a goat? Why the goat? Don't know. And are we God? Are you God? Or should you pray to yourself? Some people say you should pray to yourself. That inner voice in your mind, is that God's voice or is that your voice? Is that your voice from the future or the past or the present or another dimension? The you from the future has taken care of you this entire time and not let anything too terrible happen to you. The you from the future has kept yourself alive. Time isn't real. It's a gay fag nigger construct. The future you is the one who's taking care of you, who's keeping you alive and helping you. If you go off to a far off country right now, you can do whatever you want, because the future you inside of you right now won't let anything bad happen to you, because he knows your future, because he's the future you. And so he will protect you and not let anything bad to you happen to you. Think about that for a second. The future you is your own spirit guide. It's you from the future, because time's not real. The future you has been protecting you and helping you grow this whole time. Your future self, it's always been you. Possibly. Just a theory. Okay. Every woman I talk to abandons me. Some men I talk to abandon me. If I talk to ghosts, then I bet they would abandon me too. When was the last time I took a dump? Sometimes I can go 10 to 13 days without taking a dump, no problem. That might sound pretty cool to a lot of you, and that's because that is pretty cool. People have been calling me the Edgar Allan Poe of cartoons. Roses are red, violets are blue, dinky dinky dee, dinky dinky doo. And, people in the comments are saying every time you close your eyes, every time you blink, the universe resets. And the reality of the realm resets every time you blink. Keep your eyes open 24/7. It's the only way to crash the simulation of the universe realm that we're stuck in. If you blink your eyes, it resets the console, it resets the universe, it resets the gaming console, it resets the computer. If you keep your eyes open, you're forcing the simulation to run on memory banks and to run on its battery life. And you have to keep your eyes open 24/7. There's a full moon out tonight. It's making people crazy, hence the term lunatics, lunartics. People are going crazy on full moon. What is the moon if it makes human beings go crazy? Some sort of faggoty nigger machine that makes human beings go crazy just because it's a machine up there? Is it meant to make human beings go crazy? Is that why on full moons human beings become lunatics and turn into werewolves and turn into vampires on a full moon? What does the full moon have to do with these werewolf creatures, vampire creatures? Why are vampires afraid of garlic and silver? Why are werewolves afraid of silver and why? Meteorites. Are meteorites made out of meat? Meteorites, are they made from giant other creatures from other realms? And they are cut off, and then the pieces of meat fly off into our shit realm? I'm calling this the shit realm from now on. Do pieces of meat like meteorites fall into our realm from giant creatures, such as the giant dragons that lay on their corpses that create our continents and countries and cities? The maps are made like giant dragons. We are living on corpses of giant dragons. Is this where the pieces of meat are coming from for the meteorites? Meteorites, more like meteorites. Can Neets become meteorites? I don't know. My Shongus, my Flongus. Never mind. Why, don't. I think it's almost 2 a.m. or maybe it's almost 3 a.m. Let me check. I'm not gonna check, it's too bright to check. I've been wearing these dollar store glasses all day, and I think my eyes have gotten much, much worse over the last few weeks for some reason. Maybe I'm imagining it, but I might have to get real glasses, like a real glasses wearing nerd, because it's becoming impossible to read things without dollar store glasses on, which only magnify things. I'm talking about how I might need to get prescription glasses, because my eyes are getting noticeably worse, it feels like, lately for some reason, and I don't know why. What's that anime? Why does Higurashi cry? Why do they cry? Higurashi is probably my favorite anime from the last few years that I've watched. I listen to the soundtrack when I go on walks. I listen to the soundtrack when I had a job and I would walk around the dark, dark apartment building or the dark, dark streets of my neighborhood. I listen to scary horror anime music from Higurashi when they cry. I love the characters, I love the music, I love the atmosphere. And it's just a simply incredible anime, and it's probably one of my favorites of all time, and I only watched it like I think this year or last year. Can't remember when. But it's so cool. It's so cool. I wish there was more. I wish there was more Higurashi that I could watch, because it was so cool. It's so cool. I haven't been watching any shows or movies lately, just YouTube and Pokemon and stuff, and that's about it. And let's see. I'm up late. My Jewish bud used to say, if you're gonna stay up all night, you should rectify the night. In Judaism, rectifying the night means making the night holy by studying Jewish stuff, because the nighttime is seen as unholy and the daytime is seen as holier. And so to rectify the night, you're fixing the whole realm by making the night holy. That's what they say anyways. And is there a machine that's making people tired, stealing our energy, making the sun white when it is supposed to be yellow? The sun's color was stolen and now it's white. Britain is now dimming the sun. They're dimming the sim. They're dimming the simulation. They're dimming the sun. They're going to turn the sun bulb battery down. It's taking up too much battery to keep the sun powering this realm. They say, look, we gotta lower the brightness setting on the sun because it's too bright, and we have to recharge it. We need to charge the sun light bulb, because we need to charge the sun light bulb because it's taking up too much battery power, and the simulation will crash if we don't dim the sun brightness. That's why Britain is dimming the sun. And look it up, Google it right now. Google dead nigger AIDS on Google right now, see what comes up. A lot of stuff's gonna come up. And I'm the neat version of Connor O'Malley. He's hashtag that's so me. I'm American Psycho. I'm Taxi Driver. I'm Elliot Cumger. I'm Jer. Fuck, I don't know. I'm the baby Grinch. I'm the 911 tower. I'm the 911 tower. Look up 1928 State Emperor building hit by flying vehicle. In the 1920s, a B-22 plane hit the Empire State Building, and it just bounced right off. It didn't crash into it. I mean, it did, but it didn't break any of the windows. It didn't destroy an entire building. It just bounced right off like a little tiny piece of sand bouncing off a tower, off a building. That's what should have happened 24 years ago. But the fact of the matter is the plane was probably a hologram or a missile, and the towers, using some demonic technology, were turned into 10 million pounds of dust. What could turn steel and windows and matter into dust? No technology that I know of. It's secret government technology that they don't give us. If they gave me that technology, I would turn all the trash in the landfills into dust. That's just me. That's just me. That's what I would use it for. Because garbage takes up a lot of space, and whenever I click on a YouTube video and it has a tranny person's voice with that fake female voice, I always dislike the video. I dislike the video. I won't leave a comment. I don't think I'll leave a comment, but I'll dislike the video, and I'll think, oh, that voice is disgusting. You're using weird medicine to give you that voice. I just don't. It just leaves a bad inflection in my mouth, in my brain. Kind of the way when you hear someone talking who ruin their voice through cigarettes. It's the same thing with theirs, except they ruin theirs voluntarily through HRT pills or something like that. And gay people do the fake voice too. Gay men use a fake voice, and that also sounds really annoying too. Nobody likes that voice at all. And I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say. If you're a man, then just talk like a man so that your voice matches your soul and your brain and stuff. But don't. This is getting ridiculous. And if you're a woman, then, well, I don't care about women. I wouldn't mind being a boyfriend or a husband. But look, I'm an artist. I've always been alone. Women, they come and go. Just kidding. They don't come at all. And if they do come, then they go immediately. But women are very, very strange to me, and they're very estranged to me as well, and they're very eccentric, or I'm eccentric, or I'm sex-centric, or I'm or maybe I'm authentic. And it's not just women, people in general, many people in this realm, men and women, I cannot get a grasp on their brains, because they do things that don't make sense to me, because they will be emotional. I'll joke around with someone and they'll get angry for jokes, or I'll say something silly and weird. They'll be, oh, I don't like that. I don't like how you're saying silly, weird things. You need to be more serious, Or people will do strange things. People will smoke weed every day. People who steal stuff, I guess, right? People who commit crimes, people who steal stuff, people who attack people, people who hurt people, people who are mean, people who are unkind, people who yell and scream, people on drugs. All these people I don't understand, and I don't get them, and maybe they don't get me either if they met me. That pervert I met at the park 2 days ago, yesterday. I don't understand how someone can be alive like that, who acts like that in public, who should be in a mental institution with the door locked and in a straitjacket. You know what I mean? I don't understand people's brains. I don't get why they do these things that don't make any sense at all. Being unkind, being strange, being whatever. These things, but that's okay. And I guess that's okay. It's just that when you don't understand how people are weird and whatever, then, or maybe people have a bad day every day. Maybe every day for a person is a bad day, so they take it out on you, or whatever. I don't know. I don't get this realm. I don't get people in this realm. We could all be the same person. Every person can be you when you die. What if you're reincarnated as a trillion times to live out the life of every single person who's ever been alive on Earth? Is that what is going on here? Is reincarnation real? A lot of people think it is. Um, when we die, I hope we do go somewhere better than this lying piece of shit show. Sorry for saying that. I was probably a parent in my last life because I've never felt any desire to be a parent in this life. I think I wouldn't mind being a chill boyfriend or chill husband, but if I had a partner, I think she'd have to be okay with a creature who doesn't work and chills and makes cartoons and stuff. I know that might be a pretty big ask. That might be a pretty big ask. But I don't know what else to say. I don't know what to say. People are people. So I just I'm not around a lot of people. I don't talk to a lot of people. In the real world, I don't talk to a lot of people. Even on the phone, I mostly just call my mom, and the human community has become a little bit isolated, a little bit detached. The human community has gotten a little bit I don't know, cold. The human family, the human connection, the human community of humans in this realm has gotten colder over time with all the forced cell phones and forced internet and forced this and forced that. It seems like humans have grown a bit colder. Their hearts have grown colder, their brains colder. How many people do you meet now who aren't interested in religion? Do you think that's true? Do you think there's people who aren't interested in God or religion? What are they interested in? Unfortunately, I think a lot of them are interested in money. That has become their religion. That's become their God. God, money, I'll do anything for you. God, money, just tell me what you want me to do. God, money, nail me up against the wall. God, money, don't want it, just want it. Oh, you can't take it. No, you head like a hole, dark as your soul. Great song. Great song by Nine Inch Nails and great cover by Jan's favorite band, Devo. Devo covered Head Like a Hole. It's a pretty fun remix cover as well. I would love to learn how to write decent music. I feel like I feel like I'll probably never learn how to, but it's on my bucket list. For some reason, there feels like there's stuff in this realm that's out of my reach. I know that's not true. I know anything can be in your reach with the power of your mind. But there's just stuff in this realm that feels like it's out of my reach for some reason. Parenthood, boyfriendhood, musicalhood, um, penilehood, uh, um, clitoralhood, neighborhood. I like that song "Neighborhood" by Arcfire, whatever it's called. What's the band called? Arcfire or something like that. Neighborhoods by can't remember the band. It's a great song, really nice song. And yeah, yeah. I need to make some cartoons, you know, and videos. I thought of a funny Pinocchio cartoon. So it sounded funnier when I said it earlier, but now it doesn't sound so funny. But maybe I'll make a Pinocchio cartoon. When I get a computer, maybe I'll make a Pinocchio cartoon. Maybe I'm better off not having a computer. It's just more boring though, not having a computer. And it hurts my eyeballs to stare at a phone so much during the day with these non-prescription glasses. I mean, it doesn't hurt my eyes, but I feel like it's raping my eyes somehow. Mirrors, are they evil or are they good? Do you trust mirrors? Do you trust the reflection in the mirrors? Write in the comments if you trust or distrust mirrors. We've all seen those videos of weird entities doing weird things in mirrors that look like us. Is there any proof to that? How do we stop being judgmental as humans? We're too judgmental, or we're not judgmental enough. Write in the comments. We should be more judgy, less judgy. Jesus Christ, born on 9/11, did he have a twin brother who died in the womb? If you've noticed, there's a bunch of famous people who had twin brothers who died in the womb, such as, well, for starters, me. I had several brothers who died in the womb, including another creature who's died in the womb. In Judaism, they teach that people who have a lot of miscarriages are sinners. These are sinful women. I actually don't believe that's true at all because I don't think me mom was a sinner. I don't think. She seems pretty badass to me. So I don't really believe that at all. Sorry, but I don't believe that fucking shit. I'm sorry, I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. I really don't. I don't care who fucking hears it. I don't fucking care. And sorry. And there was famous people who had a twin. I don't remember his name. I don't remember. Jesus Christ was born on September 11th, not December 25th. That's fake news. Look it up. Jesus born on 9/11. Was Jesus a real person? Did he actually exist? Why was he born on 9/11? Why are they obsessed with dates? Why did they do that on 9/11? Obviously, because of the Jesus connection, they did that on 9/11. What is going on with Jesus? Was he born in the 13 or 1400s? Did something weird happen after, and now we're in the... I don't believe we're in the 2025 at all. Of course, the calendars are all gayed and fucked up. Switching from Gregorian calendar to Jan calendar, whatever it is, I don't know. We lost a month. We used to have 13 months. Now we have 12. The Queen of England has 2 birthdays, one for each calendar. Look it up, and I was thinking, I don't know. The Earth is in the middle of the color spectrum: green, blue above us, red below us, red lava below us. And we don't even know what the hell is below us. They only drilled down 12 kilometers in Russia. We don't know what's below those 12 kilometers. We don't know what's above those 12 kilometers with the firmament shit, What's above us? Why is meteorites falling? What's below us? Why is lava coming up? Why is... I saw some dude who said the lava is just Tartarian poop waste. I had a dream the other day. I walked into a liquor store and they had a bunch of youngster drawings. Youngsters had their drawings in the liquor store, and there was one of a cartoon woman or something taking a dump, and I thought it was so disgusting because it didn't even look like he painted the dump on it. It looked like it was real dump. And this liquor store had a bunch of youngster drawings just laying around by the chip aisle and by the other chip aisle, the soda aisle. And this youngster drawing or paint, I guess it was a drawing. He drew an anime girl and it looked fine, but she was taking a dump. And it was so disgusting, it grossed me out. I don't know if Nick Senny was in the dream, but I was talking about it in the dream to someone, and I'm like, this is disgusting. Why would you draw this? Why would you draw this person taking a dump? This is why did I come into this liquor store? I came in the liquor store because it was a post-apocalyptic world, and I think I went in there to get a soda or something to drink. And I was with another man, and he was not, he was a young man. He was not old. He was 20s or less. and he was high. I think he wanted weed, but he was a nice guy. He just was a stoner type of guy. Maybe another alternate version of myself or something. I don't know. But this guy was he was a stoner, and I honestly might be a stoner too if I wasn't allergic to this shit. It would give me something else to do. It would give me something to do. I get bored as a neat kind, sometimes I get bored as a neat, and I fall into certain patterns. And if I wasn't allergic to weed, maybe I would just smoke a bunch of weed. I know a lot of people out there smoke weed 24/7 like a chimney. Maybe I would do that. I don't know. Or maybe, hell, maybe even tobacco would be fun, or vaping or something. Maybe tobacco would be cool, but I tried a cigarette and it got me really fucked up. And it got me too fucked up. I know some people have said, "Oh, that effect goes down after the first or fifth cigarette. Then you stop getting so fucked up on the cigarettes." It never happened with weed. Every time I did weed, I got so I just go into a nightmare world for hours. It's the worst, most disgusting substance I've ever interacted with in this entire realm. Um, be worse than eating baby shit, and smoking baby shit or something. Be worse than that. But at least when I smoked a cigarette, I didn't really go into a nightmare world. I just got really too much energy in the head and the body, and vibrating energy through my mouth, teeth. My skull was vibrating like a woman's sex toy, I would think, from one cigarette. Or when I tried chewing tobacco, especially, that was way too intense. And the cigarette, I think, was probably less intense. Probably way less intense, but probably still too much. Still a little bit too much. I could probably handle. Maybe if I forced myself to become a cigarette smoker, I could handle it. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure, but maybe I could if I practiced and forced myself into a new hobby of chain smoking. I think humans have hobbies in this world, and there's a reason for that. There's too much dead air in this world. There's too much time during the day. I ride my bike for 2 hours every day this week, and then I'm like, okay, now there's nothing to do all day. I come home and I'm like, what the hell? The day should be 3 hours long. It shouldn't be 24 hours long. This is too long of a day. Come on, let's speed it up. I'll be an old man and die. Let's speed up this life. Come on, speed it up. It's taking a while. Tick tock, tick tock. What's the rush here? What's the rush? Wait, what is the rush? Why am I trying to rush this life? What is the rush? Why am I rushing? Russian, everybody's Russian. I think that's a Mary-Kate and Ashley song from one of their hit 90s VHS tapes. I've seen all of their tapes. I've seen all of their VHS tapes. And I've even seen their movie where they go to the Las Vegas airport. They fly into Las Vegas through the airport. And it's a fun little movie. My favorite Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen VHS tape. It's the sleepover party, and then my second favorite is the High School Musical dance one. What's the noise? What's all the noise? What's the noise? What's the noise about, boys? That's a good point, Mary Kate. What is the noise? What is the noise about, boys? And I love that line. It's so catchy and stupid. And I'm a sucker for VHS tapes. I love VHS tapes. I have a collection at my mom's house. I have a VHS TV that plays VHS tapes there that I've had since I was, I don't know, 10 or something or less. I've got a great collection. I think I've got all the classics. I think I probably got like Mrs. Doubtfire, Jurassic Park, Casper, The Naked Gun. I've got a lot. I've got a lot of good ones. I keep forgetting to show you guys my VHS collection. Remind me. I really got it. It's a great collection. I don't know what else to say. It's just cool. I guess it's cool. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I I should try to get some sleep. Not that it matters. What's it matter to go to sleep? But try to think positive before you fall asleep. It'll affect the dream realms you go into. Supposedly. I've done all this stuff. I've done all this work. I've done all this prayer and all this stuff. All this prayer and all this stuff. And obviously, I've done all this prayer and all this magic stuff and work and research, and it doesn't feel like things are going my way sometimes or all the time. So, yeah. I don't know about the prayer. I just don't know. Trying to control my entire reality with prayer and stuff, and doesn't feel like it's working sometimes, if you can believe that. Man, is it quiet in here? It's so quiet. It's kind of giving me the creeps. I just remembered how quiet it is in here, and how dark it is, and how the dark kind of creeps me out sometimes, and the silence in the dark, or just the dark in general, or something, or something. Sometimes I just get creeped out by stuff, and I start feeling creeped out, and like I'm in a nightmare or something, a nightmare. But I'm awake right now. I'm talking to you guys. I'm not even asleep right now. But I'm gonna go to sleep. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Hey, it's me. I hope you can hear me okay. Um, yeah, I've had this friend for about, I don't know, 20 years. I've had this friend for 20 years, and he gets drunk and high every day. And he says some very mean stuff, somewhat often. And then the next day he'll apologize, but then he'll just do it again and again and again and again, and I've lost track how many times this has happened. Sometimes I'll block him for a day or 10 or 20, but it always just happens again with this guy. Might be a good idea to never unblock him, to be honest. Probably a very good idea. I don't really enjoy sitting around and being verbally abused by my friends. My other close friend has said some rude stuff when he's drunk. I seem to know drunks. I don't know why. And I don't think I say anything rude. But maybe that's the state of the world. People are getting drunk more often or something, or saying rude things. I don't understand. I have a disposable razor that I got from my parent, and it feels really good to have this clean of a shave. Because my electric razor that I use, it just doesn't do a great job, you know? It just doesn't do, but disposable razors, it feels so nice to not have facial hair under my nose and my neck. I even shaved my neck hair. You know how hard it is to get the hair shaved off your neck correctly? It's always like a little bit is still left. But with disposable razors, it's so nice because they just work so well. They work so great. Anyways, I don't know why this is like deja vu for my soul or something, sitting around getting uh, verbally abused by people close to me, or running into deranged perverts at the park. It's all very strange. I don't. Am I supposed to try to help these people? Am I supposed to try to heal these people by being their outlet, by being their punching bag, as it will? It doesn't really make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me why. I don't know. I guess this world is just weird, right? It's just weird, and it's sad that there's so many people who have to get drunk all the time. And I think alcohol is rapes people's emotions, and I think weed is evil, and I think they both are evil drugs that rape people's emotions. And sorry to say that, but that's really how I feel about it. And yeah, yeah. I need to spit because I just brushed my teeth. I like to spit after I brush my teeth. But I don't know where to spit. I guess I can spit in this cup. No, I don't want to spit in a cup. I'm going to spit in the sink. Hold on a second. And I know I have my own issues, right? Everybody has their own issues, I guess, right? But being rude, thankfully, is not one of them. And I don't know. I don't know. There are these. Oh, it's so strange, right? It's so strange. I don't know. I don't remember what I was going to say now, but. Right. Being rude is not one of my issues, and you say, I'm not a rude boy, can I find a wife? And it still can't. I'm not even rude, and I'm always so nice to the girls, to quote Sam Hyde. I'm always so nice to the girls, right? um, but not even just a wife, just a friend who doesn't uh, abuse the shit out of you, whether physically or verbally. Because I've had both. I've had both, and it's yeah. So I guess at least I've never had sexually abused. You know, I mean, unless I'm blocking it out. But as far as I can remember, I don't think I did. But I guess definitely the other two. I guess, right? Yeah, definitely the other two. But it's a weird realm, isn't it? With all this evil here and all these things we have to. I was reading that everything in your life is like it's like a test. Every experience is important. Everything tests you. Every experience is important in your life, and I had a bunch of stuff on my mind that I wanted to talk about, but I forgot. I forgot like all of it because I was just daydreaming, and then I forgot everything I wanted to talk about. I just watched um, I just watched that movie with Jack Nicholson just now, and it was pretty good. It was called The Departed, and I've never seen it before, and it came on the TV, so it had a lot of commercials, but it's actually a pretty good movie. I would recommend The Departed with Jack Nicholson. Pretty interesting little movie about a mafia boss and stuff, and spies and informants with the boys in blue and stuff. Pretty fun little movie to check out. Yeah, that was pretty good. And I haven't watched a movie in a long time, like a month or more. The last movie I watched was Leroy, Texas, a fantastic film you've got to check out. And I haven't watched a film in like a month, but I haven't had a computer in 2 weeks. But even still, I don't think I watched it. I think I was playing a ton of Pokemon on my computer, and then I was playing a ton of Pokemon on my phone. Of course, I'm still keeping up, I think, with my spiritual research. I'm still reading and stuff like that. I'm always trying to learn as much as possible every single day, kind of, and trying to grow and learn as much as I possibly can. I'm trying to get as wise as possible still. But at the same time, I was also trying to figure out electrical engineering because I wanted to build like an anti-gravity floating device like Mary Poppins had with her umbrella that would capture like the ether energy out of the atmosphere, right? And stuff like that. But I don't know anything about electrical engineering or magnetism really, but especially electrical engineering. I know, so now I'm thinking about maybe getting a book on electrical engineering for starters, for starters, something like that. Um, so that I could build a submarine or a hot air balloon or something, or like a Mary Poppins umbrella, like one of those three things, or like or hell, maybe an underground drill where you drill like a mole, like the mole man from the Incredibles, the Incredibles 1 and 2, the mole, or 1 and 3, 1 and 3, whatever it is. He drives that giant drill through the ground. That'd be cool. Um, or just I think it would be cooler a submarine or Thomas Edison invented floating underwear. Look it up. They just allowed people to float through the air, and that's why they have paintings in museums that are at the very top of the ceiling, because people would float up to the top of the museums to look at the paintings. That's why there's paintings up there. It's because Thomas Edison invented floating underwear. Look it up. I'm not even kidding. I wish I was kidding. And they've hidden all that technology from us, of course. So we no longer can float around with underwear and fly around. They've hidden all the cool, badass technology from us. So that's why I wanted to try to get smart enough to reinvent some of that for fun and pleasure and for, for stuff you probably already know about, If I can invent something really cool, I think I would impress a lot of people. And humans are capable of doing really, really badass stuff, I think. I think people forgot their own divinity and forgot their own intelligence and forgot their own connection to the source and forgot their own brains and forgot their own everything. And some guy said that forgetfulness is a gift, because this is a theory that the soul forgets when it enters a body, because if you remembered everything when you were a soul, then you wouldn't learn and grow anything new. I know that sounds like a gay theory. Is it true? Is it real? Who knows? The soul gets amnesia when it comes into this body, in this realm, so that it can relearn and regrow everything. And if it remembered everything, then it wouldn't be really learning. That's the theory. That's how the theory goes. Okay. I didn't invent this theory, but I got a whole bunch of theories that I think about this sort of stuff, about the spirit world and stuff like that. That's what I've been doing lately. Is just gathering as many theories into my mind as possible about everything, about this place and our bodies and our souls and just everything. I've been gathering as many theories as possible, and I could go over them right now, but there's a ton. I don't want to waste all your time, but they're all very interesting to me. It's hard for me to say which one is real and which one isn't. I don't know. Like, I don't know if I told you guys this, but I was telling Nick Senny that me and you are the same creature. It's just, your heart has a different journey than your stomach, but they're both part of the same human, and they're connected in that way. You know what I mean? That's kind of how I've been looking at people with connections. We're all part of the same thing, from the same source, from the same spark, but we're all having kind of different journeys right now. the stomach has a different journey than the brain, but it's the same person. And then the other thing is just that this whole realm and reality and everything is just in our minds. So, as crazy as it sounds, that guy who banged up that grocery store, who was obsessed with Danny Phantom's female character Ember, I wonder if even his twisted reality in his brain was completely real to him after he passed away, after he banged his brains out, after he did that in a grocery store. I don't even remember his name right now, which I used to have it memorized, but you have to wonder if it became real because the mind is so powerful. After he died, did he enter a cartoon world where he was husband and wife with this cartoon character? And I think you've seen other brony bangers with other motives who have banged themselves, saying that they will be husband and wife with Twilight Sparkle after they're dead in the afterlife. Is such a thing possible? I think, sure, why not? It's possible. Yeah, why not? So, I don't know. What do you guys think? I already quoted this, but I think Solomon said that all is mind, and he had his hair cut off, lost his magic powers, then realized he didn't need his hair, and got his powers back, and realized his powers were in his mind the whole time. Our powers are in our mind as well, the whole time. A soul knows everything it needs to know. A soul is a seed, and it comes into this world, into this body, and our body in this world, we are a pot full of dirt and water. In our dirt water bodies and families and realms grow our soul seeds inside of us, and they allow our souls to grow into plants and better souls. Another theory to think about. And that's what I've been doing, just learning about all these different fun theories. It's very fun to me to look into the spiritual stuff. At the same time, I wonder if I'm just looking into spiritual matters to feel less guilty shame about all of my shortcomings, and I'm using my research into the spiritual things to atone for some of that sort of stuff. Even dripping hot candle wax on your back as a form of punishment, or whipping yourself, prostrating yourself with a whip. I'm a sinner, I'm bad, I need to whip myself, I need to hurt myself, I need to stick needles into my testicles, I don't even know, there's no commandment that says you have to, that giving yourself pain will, what's it called, absolve you of sins, but that's maybe a common type of mentality, like, oh, if I hurt myself, then it will purify myself, right? This was kind of an old religious type thing. If I what's it called, walk with my cross, carry my cross, and I hurt myself and I whip myself. They still do this in Europe and some places. In Spain, they whip themselves through the streets until they bleed to feel what Christ felt and to absolve their own sins and stuff like that, you know what I mean? But there's no commandment that says you have to make yourself bleed to fix the world or fix yourself, or adding more pain to this realm doesn't equate with purifying this realm, you know what I mean? It's just like a weird human idea or concept. And I truly don't understand why things in my life aren't exactly the way I want them to be. I struggle with that all the time. I always think, no, this isn't happening right now. This is horse crap. This should be my life right now. That should be my life. My life should look like this and this and this, and it should be perfectly like this. And it's not like that. And that's the sort of stuff that I struggle with, because it makes no sense to me that my life right now isn't the way that I want it to be, or the way it ought to be, or it should be, or something like that. It just is this thing, just a strange little life type thing. It's very strange to me. You can write in the comments if you feel similar, might feel similar about your own circumstances. Yeah. And I've been experimenting with praying to myself instead of a person or a deity giving my energy. I'm trying to be careful with who I give my energy to. And I think if you give your energy to yourself and pray to yourself and think you are God or you are divine. So the idea here is that we have God in us, right? And that's pretty much very close to saying we are God. We are godly, we have God in us, we have divinity in us, right? A lot of people might agree that we have God in us, right? And that's very close to saying, well, I am God. I have God in me, so I'm God. So I might as well pray to myself. I might as well believe in myself, pray to myself, send energy to myself. So I've kind of been praying to myself lately. And I've also been, before I fall asleep, I'm trying to get in a positive headspace, because supposedly it affects where you go in the astral dream realm. If you're in a bad headspace, you might go to have a worse dream. You might go to a worse place in the astral dream world, you know? But if you're in a positive space, you'll be in a better place in the dream, in the astral realm. And there's like two realms. There's the physical realm here, and then there's the astral realm, and that's where all the souls are. Possibly where you and I will go back to when we die and right before we're born, and we can stay there for a while or whatever. And there's souls in the astral realm that have never been born. Imagine watching a plane take off and thinking, oh, I don't have my ticket yet. I can't board the plane, or I'm scared to board the plane. And they watch all of us living in the physical world take that plane ride into the physical world. And they're at the what's it called, airport, and they haven't been born yet. They haven't boarded the plane. They haven't got their tickets. They've got their ticket, but your plane won't be ready for another 50 years. You can't get on the plane yet. Their destiny, their journey, it's not ready. Their karmic, the karmic situation isn't right yet. They haven't found the right family for their growth. They're waiting for the right opportunity. They're scared. They're still learning. The astral realm is a library where we learn how to be humans before we become humans. If you have deja vu moments where you're in libraries or learning, we were in soul school before we got born into the solar system, because we had to learn human emotions, human thoughts, human traditions. We had to learn how to be human before we were born as humans. Supposedly, another theory, and none of these theories are sourced, by the way. Well, a few, but none of the ones that I've talked about today can I cite sources on. I can't cite sources on any of these today. The closest ones I can cite sources on are the Egyptian Book of the Dead. You know, Nick Seni, when he dies, if his heart is lighter or the equal weight of a feather of Ma'at, then he will ascend and, I don't know, become a thing. If his heart is heavy, his soul is heavy with material attachments and shit, then the goddess of the Nile, a giant crocodile atop her head of Egypt, will consume his heart and his body whole. Munch, munch, munch. These are theories from a long time ago from the Egyptians. And by a long time ago, I don't know how long ago because I don't trust the timeline at all. But I'm going to say at least a couple hundred years ago. At least. Mainstream tissue will say, no, Egyptians were fucking a nigger million years ago. 10,000 years ago. I don't buy that. Could be. But I don't buy that at all. Could be a couple hundred years, could be 1,000. Do I think the Egyptians were here 10,000 years ago? No. But maybe they were. If we're going by the Babylonian Epic of Gilgamesh tablets, their kings lived for 50,000 years easily. Am I doubting the Gilgamesh tablets, the Babylonian people, that their kings lived for 36,000 years easily? No, I'm not doubting that, but yeah, I don't know. That's a long ass time. I mean, to us, that's a long time, but then again, we are being poisoned every day by the air and the foods and all this stuff, so now humans live a very small amount of time, whereas humans before used to live a very large amount of time. Or maybe not humans, maybe a human-type creature, close enough to humans, right? I wouldn't be surprised if our genetics were heavily tampered with in the last 100 years, and now they're doing it again through MR MA crap scenes, right? Further raping the human DNA genome. It makes you wonder why they always abduct humans and kidnap them and rape them and change their DNA and put weird things in their bodies and stuff. I'm talking about the big-headed gray space I hate to use space as fake, but these weird flying creatures, we'll say, who abduct people. It doesn't sound like a fun time, right? Do weird things to their bodies, their minds, their DNA, and then put them back where they found them. What did they do to that person? Are we simply guinea pigs, test experiments to these negative fag life forms? It looks like that. It does look that way, yeah. But, I don't know. And, anyways, I'm a nice person and I don't like being verbally abused all the time. How crazy is that? I must be crazy. And it's also crazy I don't have a wife, and I'm getting older now. I'm getting older. I don't even know where I would put her. I'd have to clean my room up and put her in the corner in a little cage, or tie her to the radiator. Tie her to the radiator and force her to have my offspring. Just kidding. No, but I would have to clean my room up because it's pretty messy to fit a wife in there. So it's a little bit messy, to be honest, for a wife. It's like, oh, I wouldn't mind a wife. Now, where am I going to put her? In the crawl space under the attic? Okay, puts her in there, ties her up to the radiator in there, throws her in the crawl space under the attic with the rats, throws her inside of a tree house you build in a tree. Okay, wife, you stay in that tree. I built it for you. Builds a cardboard box out of cardboard boxes, puts her in there, ties her up with a leash, gives her a dog bowl full of food and water. Okay, eat up. Tonight is dog food night. Dinner. I made dinner, your favorite dog food. I don't know. It's like, I'm just joking around, guys. Jeez, but seriously, even if you get a wife, where are you gonna stick her? In the refrigerator, in the toilet, in the freezer? Where are you gonna put her? Where are you gonna put her? I don't know. Got to put her somewhere. You got to put her somewhere. The bathtub. I don't know. But yeah. Hold on, let me just save up for a house. Okay, that'll only take me about 9 trillion years to buy a house. Okay. Now I can have a wife because I just bought my first house. It only took me, 9 trillion years. Okay, great. Oh, that's great. It's like, what's a boy to do? What's a neat boy to do? What's a baby boy to do? What's a baby back beach boy to do? I don't know, but I have ideas for videos and cartoons coming up when I get a computer, assuming I'll get a computer. And I have ideas that I wrote down for new videos and cartoons I want to do sometime soon, hopefully. So look forward to that. And thanks for listening. Or as they say down under, thonks. Thonks for listening. Oh boy. And yeah. Hang in there. Bye bye.